and things are looking quite fabulous. We are sitting at a 936,665 crow, coming up, on the heels of that 1 million crow into the LTV, the contract. The users also has increased to 717 users. The growth keeps coming. The response from the investors on their compounds, they're all following the 621 strategy. That if you don't know about it, come on over and speak to one of the mods or the admins or even one of the other investors who's in the system, who understands it, who sees how easy it is to actually invest here and compound. And for those of you that have not made an investment on the Crow blockchain, we're here to help you also to get your BNB or your Bitcoin or whatever asset in crypto that you're holding, so that you may come and also enjoy and grow with the multipliers of the compounding factors that are built into the system. So with that said, guys, also we crossed a great milestone yesterday, which was 1 million. Wait, not 1 million. I'm still stuck on the contract, which we're on the heels of. No, here in our, we did 1,000. Sorry. We did 1,000 members in our Telegram group, which is absolutely something that we're ahead of where we wanted to be, as we want to get the full system really up and running as we bring in the large masses. We want our phase 1 and phase 2 launched, looking as best as they can with our user interface. That's been done by Gordy, who's the amazing graphic artist and branding expert that's here on the team. He's in-house. He's working full-time with us and has been slaving away really for the past month, 18, 20-hour days to get it to where it is now. We can't wait to really share that with you because we'll have both systems working. We'll have the beautiful interface. We've dropped some images for you guys to see what the user interface really looks like, how it stands out from pretty much anything out there where it comes to this space. It is a very clean, very well organized user interface and experience. Some have already compared it just by seeing the teaser shots to like an Apple product of just the feel and the lines and the way that everything's so clean and crisp. So with that, we're going to move on to some great news. We did a wonderful AMA at the Crypto Cobras Discord group about I believe about 2 hours ago. We finished it up, and we had a very nice turnout to the AMA. I'm not sure if I didn't keep track really of the numbers, how many people showed up, but I was just looking and scrolling through, seeing a lot of familiar faces from here, others we didn't know. There were a couple of people that actually shared it with other groups as well, but the turnout was fantastic. The vibe was very nice and educational. They asked great questions. Those are DeFi guys. They don't get into kind of small projects. They're real DeFi investors that go for very solid type of layer ones, as well as different type of yield earning and staking protocols. So we were received with open arms. I've been there before. Did another AMA there last year, and we killed it then. And with this project, they love it even more. One of the great advantages that happened was that they were able through the AMA to bring other communities there as well, and their investors together, and really show their invite link to the miner. They have a DAO over at the Crypto Cobras Discord, and they use that DAO to make investments, marketing, keep the lights on, pay for the server boosts, and all of the different things that are expenses on a monthly and yearly basis. And by coming into our miner, they're able to offer through the referrals to the community so that their members can also come in and get up to 8%. They're able to get those 12% deposits for the DAO. And they're on YouTube, they're on Twitch. They also do quite a lot of stuff on Twitter. So now with all of their branding, all of their marketing, they've been able to figure out a way to generate revenue for their server by actually bringing their investors the investment opportunity, which is wonderful. I mean, people can go and do AMAs there or anywhere else. They'll spend an hour or two, they'll talk, but they won't leave them with pretty much a money-making machine in their hand that they're able to utilize for their benefit, for the benefit of the DAO, and also give the opportunity of the investment to their investors. So that was actually something unique, an experience I've never had before, to go and talk about a project that I'm doing, and also enable them to pretty much create revenue. That was a great experience. They understood it off the bat, and we believe we're going to be doing a lot more of that as we go forward, and we talk to different communities, and explain to them what the benefit of getting involved. I wouldn't call it exactly a partnership. It's more of having them join us. It's more of them seeing the opportunity to generate revenue through the passive income, through the compounding that they didn't have before. So if they're smart, a lot of them will say, listen, forget about paying us for AMA fees. Why are we going to take a couple of BNB while we could potentially make hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions, by promoting themselves, promoting their invite link. And that's something that the same way that they've realized it, others will realize it. I think each of you will realize it. There's nothing stopping any of you from becoming active, opening up a TikTok account, showing people how much you're compounding your crow, how it's growing, and dropping that link in there, having people contact you and say, hey, what's going on? How are you making all this money? Is this for real? What's going on? Is there a group? Can I get more information? Before you know it, that person will come in, they'll learn from you, or they'll learn from some of the experts here in our Telegram. That person, I'm sure knows other people that would be looking for an investment like this. And, that's really what we're trying to drive. It's not about, just promoting the project and the token. It's really about getting people involved to take advantage of the opportunity. It's an opportunity that we got into. It's an opportunity that everyone else can get into with a little bit of knowledge, with a little bit of understanding. They could seize the day, right? And with that, we're really staying focused to that P2P, person to person aspect, the way that this is really meant to be, and meant to grow, and just not wanting to overkill it by shilling it to such a way that anyone is just going to come and let's say be greedy and hand over their invite link, not explain to them the 6-to-1 strategy for optimizing their investment. That's the only thing I would consider as detrimental, because if the investor doesn't know how to actually operate and stay at the optimal level up to 8%, they're not going to be happy. They're going to feel they were fooled. So it's important that we, as a community of investors, and bring other people to take advantage of it as well, that we take a little bit of time, that we make sure that we explain to them, answer all their questions. If it's something that we can't do ourselves, or we don't have the time to help them set up a MetaMask or whatever other issue they may be having, I want you guys to fall back here into the community, the moderators, and everyone, helping each other to make sure that everyone understands and everyone is actually really growing together. It's really that simple. And as that continues, we're going to see a lot more growth. So, personally, we want to target these groups like we were there today at the Crypto Cobras. It's pretty much like the low-hanging fruit, where you have crypto investors who are looking for great opportunities, who are tired of getting rugged on other token projects. They're tired of the way that that system of investing is so risky, because anyone that came in before you with private sale or pre-sale into the token can at any minute just take all the liquidity by dumping on you. We don't have that issue here. The contract is made, it's set up to be the equalizer, the instant karma for those that want to sit there and claim and claim and claim. They're going to drop down. They're not going to stay at the optimal 8% level, and it could even drop down to below 1%, which would be quite a waste of time, and really losing steam on the opportunity, losing the traction for the compounding and the growth. So we want to stay focused on that. The education going to these groups, they got it. So the business model works per se, and as that community grows and that community starts to expand, we're going to see that syndicate team really take off, and there's going to be more examples of that, and you're going to slowly start to see it, reflecting on the users, reflecting on the LTV, and gradually increase and gradually increase. We do not wish to be tomorrow at a 5-6 million so quickly, right? We want to make sure that we grow at kind of this pace that we're going, which is really fantastic. And when you look at other miners, especially the more successful ones who've reached like a 13-14 million LTV, we are way ahead of them. I mean, by a lot. The growth that we're having, the levels we're reaching, the users here in our Telegram too, organically, without show bots or without doing any of the standard token marketing, right? Because again, we don't want to go that route, because that's not the investment. This is the passive income investment with a little bit of education and know-how. So we're sticking to that. We like that plan. I'm trying to see here. Steve said he might not be able to make it in. I wanted him to give a little bit of an update on what strategies he's been working. But I could tell you, we're for the past weekend, we're looking for other lounges and AMA places that we can go and share our message and explain our product and how they could benefit from the top to the bottom. Where everyone can get involved, and that's coming together. So you're going to be seeing more of that this week. We want to get some traction with the miner before we go to phase 2. We're expecting within about a week we should be ready to go. But we don't want to just wait till then. We want to get people involved here so that they could see and take advantage of the system, because not everyone is going to play both systems, phase 1 and phase 2. We encourage people to do and see which one fits best for you, which one maximizes your goals, your effort. They are very, very different, but they're both creating that great income and compounding potential that we're seeing here. So that's pretty much our target right now. And we've also seen a couple of guys in the community taking advantage of like the TikTok, the Twitter, and growing their network, growing people coming to them and wanting to find out about this project. I spoke to a group over in Australia as well, starting with 15 people, and they're very hungry. They love what this is about, and they see the potential of how they could spend some time and really grow their bags pretty quickly through the referrals and education. So look, guys, I'm personally very satisfied with the way things are going. The community's been very patient. They're not confused. We see that in the way that the contract is functioning and the transactions, the claims keep going on. Sir, do you mind muting your microphone? Here, I'll just go ahead and mute you. Because sorry, man, we're giving you some feedback when you opened up your mic, man. And we're seeing the folks take advantage of it and start to grow. And as the phase 2, which really has the superpower, 15 levels of rewards coming upstream, and then also going back downstream to the airdrops, which we'll get in more detail for you when we bring SK and a couple of other superstars that really understand this inside out and have done very well for themselves. We're going to learn some skills of how to maximize our efforts and how to grow ourselves with the P2P strategy. So guys, I think that's pretty much it. We're going to open it up to some questions from somebody if you want to say any comments. I see a lot of familiar faces here. I see a couple of our founding syndicate members like Silverback. Great to have you here, man. And yeah, we'll open it up for comments, suggestions, questions. If anybody wants to go ahead and join us here on the stream.
Hey everybody, I would like to share my experience with this project because um, it just promotes how well the project itself works. So I've had very little previous experience in the crypto world. This is only my second investment. I've only been involved in any crypto investments for a couple of months. So I'm a complete newbie as such. And um, I don't, I just want to be careful so people don't think I'm boasting, because I am not boasting. I am promoting the project. So this, I'm a person that doesn't know a lot, and through my syndicate leader and Atlas and Fortunate teaching me in one AMA, I have done very well. So, and it's not me. Let me be frank. It's not me that's done well. It's the project. So I got some decent investors involved, and through explaining to them how this works, which I think is quite simple to do, because it is fairly simple. The first day I got 5 investors or so. Um, I'm not sure how many the second, third day, but I'm now up to 12 of my own direct investors, and then one of my investors explained it to somebody else, and he picked up 3 more investors, and then tomorrow I have 4 more investors that will be
Wow,
joining. Yeah, yeah.
amazing, man.
I've spent the last few days driving around setting up MetaMask wallets for people and crypto.com. And the reason that I want to promote this in this way is because I learned how to set up a MetaMask wallet a month ago, and not a single person involved. I think I'm up to 19 people. Not a single person involved had any previous crypto knowledge, to the point where I had to actually drive to their homes and set up crypto.com, transfer their Crow, set up MetaMask, and now we're just waiting for the 24-hour whitelist period to expire, so that they can actually start the investment. And that is from a person who has no experience in this space. This project is absolutely fantastic. The the leaders, the devs and everybody else who have, the information is trickling down from you guys through me to them. And you're talking about 19 people who before to this week had no idea what crypto was, what they were doing. Like, this is unbelievable. I cannot believe how fantastic this project is. I can't even sleep at night because I'm so excited. Again, I'm this, please don't take this as a boast, but I have I've compounded 3 times today already, and then the compounds are, they're all over 1,000 Crow. My recent one was 1,900 Crow. My Aeon is just rocketing, and where these
Wow.
whitelists are gonna, yeah, man, I'm
Wow,
killing it.
you are
Not
unbelievable,
me.
man. What you're telling me right now, the work you've put into it, the initiative, I mean, that's what we hope and wish. I mean, you're a prime example. Look, before I continue, man, I just really, you're unbelievable, and what you're telling me is just blowing me away. And man, it's very satisfying to hear that someone's taken this tool and gone out there, spent their time, and just instantly, immediately seen that 12% reward grow, compound it again, go talk to the other person. I mean, that's the prime example of how someone that's motivated and wants to, seize the opportunity and take the investment to another level can do that. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to. But the fact that you've gone that far, and I mean, it's just been a couple of days. Where are you going to be at in 2 months, 3 months from now? Imagine tapping into another person who you motivate and is inspired by looking at your gains, and they're like, hey man, you know what, I'm competitive, I believe in this, and I can also follow your mentorship and what you've done for yourself to do that for myself. You don't have to put a lot of money into this. You could start with a little, and then even the people you bring, if they bring a little bit as well, everyone grows. So man, round of applause first to you, man. You really, wow.
Very much. And another thing that I want to mention, because I think this is massive, guys. I have zero social media. I don't have a TikTok. I don't have a Facebook. I don't have Instagram. I am not promoting this in a sense of, I mean, I'm gonna be, trust me, I'm going to, but this is from word of mouth, just explaining the protocol, the project, and how this works. Like, I can't believe it myself. Like, these sorts of numbers, you would expect me to be a YouTuber or something along them lines. This is just me telling somebody and explaining it to them correctly and simply, and then them talking to another person. I mean, I do know, like, most of the people involved, it's a friend who spoke to another friend who I know, who's told his dad, and like, this has blown up. This is it. I can't believe it. Like, I'm lost for words. I can't even get my words out correctly because I'm
You're doing
blown
great.
away.
You're doing great, man. And it's like I feel the fire, and I think the other people in here are listening. And man, I'm overwhelmed, man, because that's what it's about, and that's where we see this going. And having those people like yourself that come and have put work into it and have grown massively. I mean, the numbers you're talking about are insane. That's beautiful. And following into that, we all know 6 people. Every single one of us. The 6 degrees of separation, and each of those people knows 6 others as well. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I was just saying the rule of 6, bro. Like, it
Yeah.
exists. It's real. Like, anybody can be successful in this project. Like, I can't stress this enough. It is not me that has done this. I have a very small social group and I have no social media at all. Anybody can be successful in this project. Like, we're going to the fucking moon, man. Like, we're going there. I'm telling you. Like, charge the
Oh
rocket.
man,
We're going.
Brad, man, thank you so much. Man, the sincerity and the enthusiasm that you're expressing here, it's the right message. It's not about when marketing, when CG, when that. It is not about that. I think you really bought into it. You really understand it. It's about each one of us growing our network. And if we're too busy, or we can't do that, or we don't feel comfortable yet, at some point, just through the compounding of your own crypto investment, you're fine. You don't have to do anything else if you don't want to. The math of the compounding works alone. If you want to get ahead of it, if you want to expand more and you want to grow more and you want to put a little time into it, there is no limit for anyone. It's not even who came first or who came second. It's who came with the right understanding and seeing, hey, wait, hold on, I can do something with this greater than just the power of the compounding. I can actually grow very fast with that 12% and the compounding of folks that I bring in. And if you think, Brad, that this is something, wait till the phase 2 comes out. Man, there's people in Drip that are waking up to 30-40 grand a day for the work they put in months ago. I'm not saying it's easy, but they've capitalized on it. And that's one of the reasons I also want to bring SK over here to do like a seminar with us and explain how the system works, so you understand it so well that you are able to make a great investment and manage your investment and manage the app correctly. But having that knowledge is going to empower you to do what you're doing now. Go and talk to other people and let them know how it works, why it works, how sustainable, and what the benefit they're going to be able to achieve is. So that, I personally, I can't sell something if I don't really believe in it or I don't understand it. First of all, because if I don't believe it, then my heart's not into it, and I rather be doing something else. And the second thing is, if I don't understand it, I can't answer the hard questions, and I really can't, um, you know, talk with conviction and be confident in what I'm doing. Before coming here to you guys and speaking to all of you, I've spent weeks reading other people's white papers, doing research as to what the security risks were, what were the flaws, what are the complaints, how do we make this better, and that was a good base. But really going out to those communities and speaking to the successful. Sorry guys, I'm getting tongue twisted here. To the successful members on their strategy, their opinions of how they were able to grow, and more importantly, what they wish was different. What could be better? Where are the hurdles for people to come into the system after a year? Why are people not coming, or what are their hesitations? How can we fix that? And having that intention, those questions, getting the answers to those questions, and understanding why I was being told this, and going with that back to the team, back to the Solidity developers, back to our graphic designer and our other consultants, and saying, hey guys, we need to slow down. We need to take the time. We need to make these changes. This is not about doing it fast, just to get out there and just to get the project going. It's if we just copy and clone, then we're just like everyone else. If we don't put the work into it on first with the safety and the priority of it being secure, and then doing the features that are going to actually make a difference for the little guy that's coming after. Because if we can take care of the little guy that's coming after, we're going to have a long-term project. I don't care what anyone says. That's the key to longevity, that anyone can join, and it's a level playing field for everyone at any point. Because a good investment is a good investment today or in a year or in 2 years, if the math and the rules and the fairness of how everything has been programmed allows you to get to that point, Brad. That's so important. So that's what we've done here. And the miner was released first because it is such a simple, it's really, if you think about it, 3 buttons? Compound, let me actually pull it up here. Yeah, that is correct. 3 buttons: deposit, compound, and claim. That interface is very easy. It's very simple, and it's very fair to those that are coming in and wanting to do a long-term investment. And it's detrimental to those who want to come in or don't understand it and are just going to hurt themselves by doing the claims. So again, man, you've made my day, probably my week. I didn't expect to hear someone having that much success and being able to express it, because there's been people that have been here who've been very happy, but you put it into such words, because the work that you've done and you've explained to us really shows your initiative, and that you've gone out there to do something. And thank you for coming to our community, and thank you for buying into what we're trying to do here and letting it actually be a benefit to you. You have my full commitment to make sure to keep things going smoothly, that we deliver, and that what we put out is number one, safe, and also that you're going to have the support from us on the team on a constant daily basis. That's why I'm here every night, 7 p.m. Anyone can come here, talk to me, ask me any questions. We got a great staff that's here pretty much 24/7. If you look at the VC, it's live. There's people here to help, because you need to understand the investment, or you should not be in until you do. So that says a lot. That shows a lot about the people that are involved and what the intentions really are. And that's something that through time is going to also help us build our community, and having people like yourself who are here and are able to just get into VC and talk with somebody else who's maybe new, who's maybe like, hey man, is this like a safe place? Is it a scam? Are these real people? We all know how dangerous this environment can be. You're very new to crypto. You said this is your second project. A lot of us have a lot of experience in here and know the dangers that are out there. Not everyone is doing projects with a good intent. They're there are situations where people are having bad intentions and they're greedy, and there's all these smoke and mirrors, and they hide, and they manipulate advertising, marketing, and they'll even lie to just get people on the bandwagon and hurt them. And that's one of the great reasons and motivations for us to be here, to provide that place where you can come and feel safe and not trust in the words of anyone that's here talking to you. The contract, the way it's set up, we can't even drain the liquidity from it. It's not possible. We'd have to sit there and claim it's an immutable contract. And if you want to go into detail, further into it, or anyone that maybe you talk to and is like, well, I want more information, bring them here. We've got capable people. Abe Lincoln knows how to read solidity contracts, dissect them, and that's going to make you a better, investor to have those people available to answer your questions, and also for anyone else behind you. So I encourage you, as much as possible, man, come and hang out with us. I don't know what time zone you're in. May I ask what time zone you're in?
England, dude. So these AMAs start for me at 12 o'clock, but that's not a problem for me. As I said, I don't sleep anyway, bro. I'm too excited.
Bro, I love you already, man. That was a very sincere and powerful representation of the difference that this can make. And again, man, thank you for sharing. I'm also in your same time zone. It's going to be 1 a.m. here. You are at UTC, probably UTC +1.
Yeah, it's coming up for 1 o'clock now. And just going back to something you said there, it's all about the belief in the project that I have through being taught by you. And shout out to yourself, shout out to Fortunate. He spent probably an hour with me after you had to back out for your meeting yesterday.
Wow.
I don't think he's in here, but huge shout out and huge love to Dilo, my syndicate leader, for bringing me in and allowing me to have this opportunity, because he is such a solid guy. Known him for a long time, and I actually met him, believe it or not, through a mobile Star Wars game, and that's actually how I met him. And he's just, I've said it before, I'd follow him off a cliff if he told me it was a good idea, because he's just such a solid guy through and through. So a huge shout out to yourself and Fortunate for spending that time with me yesterday, teaching me about phase 2, and Dilo. Like, I've only been here for a day or so, and I love you guys already. This is my life going forward. This is like, I'm gonna retire very, very early. I'm only 36 years old, and I will be retired by the time I'm 37, because this is my life now. wait till I make a Facebook account and a TikTok and a Twitter, because this is gonna blow. I just cannot rate this project enough. And again, please, anyone listening, don't think I'm boasting, because I'm not. I'm just promoting the project. I know F all about this space. I just understand this project because of how simple, not how simple it is as in contract wise, but you press 3 buttons, you compound 6 and 1, or whatever strategy you want to adopt. It's the project that is fantastic, not me. And I just want to promote that, because anybody who, you have a Facebook, I'm not saying anybody should be doing this. You do whatever you are comfortable with doing, but anybody can be successful, and I'm starting to repeat myself, so I'm going to stop talking in a minute here. But mate, thanks to everyone, because we're all involved. Every single person that is involved in this adds to it, and fantastic community. Fortunate, thank you so much. Atlas, thank you so much. And Dilo,
he's a superstar, man. He's a superstar. And the time he's put in, but it's not just regardless of the time, it's the way that he's taking care of folks and really helping them. He's shown a very genuine approach to what he's doing, and very, very kind, very professional. in the way he communicates with others. And I've personally reached out to him too and thanked him, because I said, man, like you are bringing a level of integrity and real care that it's really transparent. You can't fake being nice to somebody and genuinely wanting to help them and treating them with respect. That's something that look, you said an hour, that's the level of commitment. But by him putting that time with you and walking you through the steps, you learned. It's like that theory where you give a man a fish, and he can eat one time, but if you give him the tools of how to actually catch his own fish, he's going to be able to eat forever, right? If the ocean has enough to provide from him. And so it's sort of that same thing, man, and paying it forward. So he's come in here, and there's no question about the integrity and the level of commitment to the group, to the whole project, and to each one that's come and interacted with him. He's proven it to everyone here in a very short amount of time. And that is something that people look at and they say, hey, I need to step up. I need to also educate myself. I need to also take the time for helping other people, because what you learn here, you can take out and like you just did, Brad, you went to the real world and you got people involved into something that if they start with a little bit of money and they put it in here and let it grow, it could turn into quite a lot. And as more and more of us, become brave and want to go out there, especially once the user interface is out and it's so impressive, I guarantee you, man, I'm going out personally, and people that respect me. That's why I wanted this. I said, no, it has to look right. It can't look half-assed and lazy and no effort. It speaks so much when you touch a product or the quality of a piece of clothing, or a vehicle. Like you can really feel and you can understand quality, and visually, that's one of the first red flags. I've seen some stuff that I've walked in and I'm like, oh man, like, no, this website, this is really all done in a very let's say like lazy and there's no vision, there's no creativity, and there's no like solid commitment to anyone. And that's those red flags really push me away personally. I get turned off and I'm like, I'm out of here. And then there's people that actually do all that and they're not good characters, and that's in a way even worse, because they're able to lure folks in with a false sense of security and perception. But it comes down to people like Fortune, who are here to back it up and here to help other ones, and that genuine care really translate. So we're all growing, we're all learning from this. Fortunate, man. Again, thank you so much, bro, for shining and setting the example. The other mods too, and Benny and Pumpty, these guys are working in unison as a team, answering all the questions. If anybody has a problem, hey, it's going slow, what's going on? If there was nobody here, guys, no matter how good the contract is, people would just leave. People wouldn't want to get involved. That community aspect is what's going to take this to where it needs to get. It needs the time and the care. It needs the hand holding. It needs the explanation. It needs to, understanding that it's not one or two persons. It's a whole group, all with the same initiative. And when we have that in just a couple of days, I can only imagine, but with a very hopeful, approach and very positive outlook of where we're going to be later, already having these great leaders here, a great foundation to build on. Is there anybody else that wants to contribute or ask a question?
So I did want to, while we all have you here, I did want to hear it from you yourself. People keep asking about the referral links, and they're curious if they are going to be different from phase 2.
Great question. Absolutely. You can use the same wallet if you like, but the way that the two systems work, one has that, eternityearn.com, and then you have the invite with your wallet. For the other system, you're gonna get the referral, like, hey, go to this website, go to the D app. We can't tell you what the name of it's going to be. That's a secret, of course. And I'm always very careful not to reveal it. So you're going to go to that URL, and you're going to see the website, the D app, and it'll ask you to deposit. And next to the deposit button, it's going to ask you for the wallet of the person or the syndicate or leader that pretty much brought you to the project. So you go in under them. So you're just going to take the wallet and you're going to put it in there as you make your deposit, and then that'll be logged in. I believe that should answer it, right?
I'm so sorry, bro. Do you mind repeating that? I was just reading the chat and I can't read and talk, and that's why when I'm talking, I'm not reading and vice versa. But
Of
I
course.
think I just missed something important there. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, I don't know if you missed the question, but I'll repeat his question again. Some of the folks have been asking for the phase 2, if it's going to be the same invite link for both of the investment systems, right? For the 2 contracts. And the answer is clearly no. They're 2 separate systems. The one that you're in now, EternityEarn.com, when you have an invite link that after that it says invite and your wallet address. That's what you guys are working with right now. The other system is different. When you go to the D app, the interface, it's going to give you the option to deposit our tokens, our native tokens on the Kronos network. And next to it, it'll ask you to input the actual wallet address, just a wallet address of the person that referred you. So you could use the same wallet. You could use a different wallet if you wish to kind of see how each of the systems is actually earning you, rewards and the deposits and everything going on. That's really up to you, but it is not the same link.
So if I was going to do that, I would just use, for example, in my situation, as I deposit, I would put Delo's wallet address next to that, and then he would get, that would be the referral from him. Is that correct?
That would be the referral from you to him, as far as like your deposit would go to him. And then anyone that you would bring under you with your wallet, the deposit would go to you. All right. And that's the way how that system is set up. Anyone that deposits to your, using your wallet to sign up, their deposits come always to you. If a month from now they want to put more funds and deposit more funds, you will be rewarded with the percentage of the deposit. Now, every time that you claim in that system, there are taxes that are generated. Half goes back to the contract. The other half goes as rewards to the folks above you, like it would be Delo. But if Delo's under somebody else, it would round robin to him. But let me not go too far because I don't want to confuse you guys. We're not there yet. But going back to what we're talking about, yeah, you would use his wallet, and then you would just give your buddy or your referral person, you would give them your wallet to come in under you.
So it is very similar to the referral system that we use at the moment. The difference being it's not the referral link, it is your own wallet address. Is that correct?
It is absolutely correct. You understood it perfectly. And you can use a different wallet. I would probably encourage, especially as we start out, I would like people maybe to use 2 separate wallets so that you could really see what each system is providing to you, because they're different. And if you have everything under one wallet, it would be difficult to understand where everything came from. If I'm making any sense to you, I'm seeing all these rewards, but which system gave me the rewards? So just for kind of like organization purposes and understanding what each one of them is making you and how much you grew in that day. I personally, for the way my mind works, I'd like to keep 2 separate wallets for the 2 separate systems so I could gauge and keep better track of how each one is performing and working for my investment. That's just a suggestion.
Well, they're two different investments, aren't they? One is a minor and one is a drip, or or on
Yeah,
the face of it anyway. So, I mean,
correct.
that was actually my next question. Should I create a new wallet for my new investment, or should I use my existing wallet? And you answered it without me having to ask. So, thank you, sir.
Yeah, great question. They're fortunate. And we like that because it's showing people are gearing up and already getting prepared to see how they're going to set up their funds for the phase two and how that's all going to work. And with that, again, I don't want to harp on it, but it's very important that before we launch to phase two, that we really get ourselves understanding how the system works. It's going to be a bit of an uphill battle if you think about it, because we don't want to show you the actual D app. We don't want to show it to you because we want to keep it stealth. So we're going to kind of have to talk about something we can't, it's not tangible for you to see it. We're not going to be able to do a live stream, before launch and show you all the buttons and everything. So we're going to kind of have like talks and about really the tokenomics, how the system, and the rewards are affected, how the syndicate teams are made, and what the process is going to be from when you purchase your tokens to how you come and you deposit, because it is completely different than the miner. But I think we're all smart people, especially if we're here in crypto. We're trying to make our money grow, and we'll do our best job to explain to you, in a sense, all of these important details. And then once we do the launch, ideally we would have, if you think about it, we would have some materials, hopefully, if we have enough time, that maybe like a short video that could walk you through the process of purchasing the token, depositing, sending your buddy the referral link. Actually, it will actually be your wallet address and how to sign up. And maybe we could orchestrate it with one of the good YouTubers day before, so that when it actually happens and we have our launch, we would already have a material for anyone that's a little bit lost to be able to go there and see it. We'll find the best way, but our clear intention here is to keep it as secret as possible, so that no folks come and try to get ahead of anyone on purchasing those tokens. However, with that, we are going to be very strict as to anyone that's trying to get that access before anyone else. My plan here and the rest of the team is to set a time where we're going to release the contract token information. And we're not just going to post it here, because there are bots that can read Telegram and find the address if somebody wants to go to those levels. And I believe they should and probably would, to get that upper hand. It's expected. So we were most likely, we're going to drop the contract in the Twitter that we will reveal for you guys, so that at least we'll save from like those bots and everything trying to come and take the contract and purchase it. So we've got some good measures on how to keep it fair, and we'll time it exactly when we released it. And anyone who purchased a single token before the actual official, posting of that contract, they are going to be blacklisted, and their funds will be pretty much confiscated and left to add to the liquidity pool, to keep the balance, to keep our ecosystem going. So we're going to warn people. We don't want to take anybody's money that way. We want everyone just to wait and be fair. But if there's some evil players, some bad apples that think they want to come and get an upper hand or a head start, they're going to be in for losing their funds. And that should deter enough people to not do it. And those that didn't hear the message or didn't, have a way to get the information, they're just going to simply lose their funds by trying to be smarter than everybody else. So we've got that well planned, and we're going to play this to our advantage and the safety of the whole project. Oh, speaking of here, of maybe posting something on YouTube before, SK, what's up, buddy?
Oh, hello everybody. What's up?
Man, we're doing great. We had an amazing AMA tonight over at the Crypto Cobras Discord server. We had a great turnout. great questions. They love the project. They love the community that we built up here, and they're already understanding the system and in all of their posts because they do Twitch live and they do YouTube. They're putting their referral link to support their DAO to pay all of the services and fees and everything over at their Discord server, and also do some marketing. So they've bought into this. They have invested with me before, and they're very excited about it. So it was great, man. It should be already probably posted in YouTube if you want to catch it. I'll get a link over to you.
Yeah, most certainly. I just got back from my day job, so I'd be happy to listen. That's cool.
Great, man. And yeah, we're tonight's podcast number 4, just going over some of the details, what we're planning for phase 2, and the education that will come. We want to talk about how it functions without actually showing it to keep the token name and the contract very quiet until we actually launch. So that's one of the things we'll be discussing with you. If maybe we set up a video before that or not, we'll talk about that privately. But yeah, man, we're excited. We're doing great. We hit the 1 million member. Sorry, man, I keep saying 1 million. That's maybe a prophecy, but it's not meant to be. We hit the 1,000 member in our Telegram group, completely organic, no advertising, just P2P. And our contract value is sitting at 936,000 Crow, 717 users, extremely healthy, way ahead of our expectations. And the community's just been on fire, man. We had a guy here, Brad, who had a very, 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 very strong initiative when he learned about this, and he's gone out and recruited a lot of people. Hello? I don't know what that was. But yeah, man, Brad went out and got a bunch of people who've never been in crypto, and he sat with them and got them onto MetaMask and got him into the project, and he's been growing, compounding like 1,000 Crow a day, and the man is on fire, so excited. And just go ahead, bro. You tell him, man. You tell him. Yeah.
3 times a day. That I compounded 3 times today, all 3 over 1,000, and the last one that I did just before 12 o'clock was 1250, 1850. Yeah. Again, not boasting, promoting, because there's a huge difference. I am promoting this project as much as I possibly can because I believe in it, and I just think it's so fantastic.
The man's on fire, SK.
Yeah, you go.
He's all in.
Dude, I love to hear it. Yeah, no, that's great. I mean, I check that contract balance every day, and it is really cool to see it keep going up. I think in no time we're going to be past 1 million Crow in the contract balance, which is just insane. And it's really exciting because everyone here, you really are early in this, and you do hold the floor. And it's also our responsibility to keep that floor too. So everyone right now in this AMA, if you're in Eternity Earn, you're pretty much going to ROI, okay? And then it's a matter of how greedy do you become after that. And I personally feel a responsibility to hold that floor. I may do more than a 6 to 1. I might go 14 to 1, or I might do a 6 and then a half day claim. You know what I mean? Just because I know I don't want to scare any investors. So it's a fantastic project. I think we'll all thrive as long as we're teaching everybody the same strategy. 6 to 1, and then once you ROI, just don't be tempted to be greedy.
I just want to add as well, because obviously I'm still learning, right? So all of those 19 people that are technically now on my team, we have all agreed to adopt a 30-1 compound to claim ratio. So we're gonna claim once a month. Now that's good, right? Because I don't want to do anything that isn't good for the project. So it's just my understanding that that is good for ourselves to rocket our Aeon, but it's also good for the project. I just want to confirm that.
So my understanding of these miners is, yeah, that should be fine. The only thing you may want to tailor to that strategy is don't have all of your claim days on the exact same day. You will see a contract drop. You don't know how many other people are going to be like, oh crap, and they want to drop it too. So if you stagger it, that's a good strategy. I mean, 30-1 is insane. I think that's something you can actually work up towards. You can just do 6-1 now. After a month or two, and you're well into your return on investment, you can move it to a 7-1 or a 14-1, a 20-1. Like over time, you can just tailor back, because I mean you're going to be so deep into profits at that point that yeah, it's going to be healthy for you guys and also the contract. But if you want to keep with that strategy, I would just throw in a stagger formation on that.
I'm so glad you said that, dude, because I've got an Excel spreadsheet and we have already agreed upon the dates, and everybody is staggered on a 1 day plus claim. So some of the people, like from the first day of the month going forward in a month's time, people are going to claim and stagger it in a day. So some of those people are actually going to be compounding for the best part of 6 weeks, and I'm glad you mentioned that, because I wanted to ask that, and I actually totally forgot, because I've got an Excel spreadsheet and everybody's got their individual claim dates starting from as I said, a month and then 1+ day each. So that is brilliant. Thank you.
Yeah, 100%. And a really another good thing to keep in mind too is like promote this, right? That 12% reward is very enticing for a lot of people. To spread this word of mouth to see how it's already grown is fantastic. And as this gets out to more AMAs and YouTubers and things like that, it's just going to get explosive. And as long as everyone here is rowing in the same direction and doing the right things, this contract balance is going to continue to go up more than it ever dips, and that's going to keep the investorship coming. That's going to keep people wanting to referral. So definitely promote, and don't just come in as a solo player and thinking that you're going to drain the system. But there's several different ways and strategies to keep this afloat for everybody for months, potentially even years to come. And it's going to be really exciting.
Thank you so much, SK, man. I think that when SK speaks, the eternity community is taking notes, and you should, guys. He really understands, especially drip like the back of his hand. And we're going to see how we can get you in here and share some of those skills, especially when going out and growing your syndicate. What you've seen to really work and be effective for those folks that you encountered for yourself. This young man, he went out there. He's like, I don't have a YouTube, I don't have Twitter, I don't have social medias, but I went and drove to everybody's house and I sat with them, and I showed them how to do this, and they're happy, and everybody's on board. It just goes to show, man, when you understand something and you see the opportunity, you become proactive, and some more than others. We encourage people to take advantage of the opportunity and grow as much as they can. If they don't want to, or they're too busy with their job, they don't have the time. They don't need to. They could just sit and get their compounding and get their growth on the systems. So there's different ways. You don't have to be very active, but for those people that really have the initiative and want to network and want to grow fast, hey, it's all there for you. And it's really great to see. I can only imagine SK you even have some really good stories of people that you've connected with that have just grown so fast, that have had that sort of drive and fire to seize the day, right? Is there any story that you might want to share with us? Because this guy just inspired the whole fucking room, man, with how much he's done, bro. It's incredible. Do you want to share with us maybe some examples or a good story about somebody that's just really taken that initiative and taken it to a whole nother level?
Yeah, I mean, I got a couple stories under my belt. I'm not the best storyteller, but I am a pretty good salesman. And when I see a project that I like, I'm pretty good. I remember the earliest days of Drip, and this is well before like my YouTube was only like 2 weeks old. Like I wasn't really taking it seriously, and when it came to Drip, I was just going around. I was literally calling my friends, my family. I had appointments booked after my day job for like 3 weeks straight, where I was spending, anywhere from 2 to 4 hours with someone over the phone, walking them through whether on a screen share or, whatever. And, these are people brand new to crypto. Like, they've always heard about it. They see the negative media portray, Bitcoin and blah, 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 and the volatility. But I was like, yeah, don't pay attention to none of that shit. Like the altcoin, there's so much in DeFi that you can do. And another universe in crypto that isn't talked about mainstream media. So let me share what I know. And so, yeah, it got to where I was just spending so much of my evenings doing that. And then I just got a little bit, burnt out after a while. So then I really started to kick it into high gear with my YouTube. And I was just like, look, I'm just going to put everything down on this video. You watch this, and then you ask me questions. And then that was a lot easier for my mental state, and not getting burnt out in that regard. And then some of these earliest people, their very first project was Drip, and with what's coming up with phase 2 of this, these style platforms work, and Drip was the first to really popularize it. And I know someone literally who put in $5,000 on day one. No, actually, it was like day 13 or so of Drip, and that $5,000 turned into hundreds of thousands of dollars. And when Drip was at its all-time high recently, I want to say like around 170 or so, he was compounding all the way up until then, and then he started to claim out, and he was able to take out a very healthy position, and he used that to actually invest in the real estate. And he constantly hits me up. He pays zero attention to my YouTube or my Telegram or anything, but he just calls me because he has that direct line. And he's really happy, and now he wants to get his family into it. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm not going to teach all of them one-on-one, bro. I got a YouTube channel for that. But yeah, there's some success stories for sure.
Yeah, and I could totally, as you said that, imagine getting burnt out, going from that one-on-one to the next person, and then you get to the point, I would imagine, of you feel like a broken record, and you're like, wait, there's got to be a way to. I'm saying the same thing over and over, right? There has to be a way to, disseminate that message where most people will get it, and if they have to, go and watch it, 5-6 times, to be able to absorb it and really process it, or it takes them a little bit more time, they can go ahead and do that. But you've simplified your life and been able to reach out probably to a lot more people through that process. So, man, congratulations to you for coming up with that. For me, it's been something, and I refer a lot of people over here to your videos, because I'm like, look, if you really want to deep dive, if you want to get ahead of everyone else, spend the time. I did, and even then I had questions. But the way you break it down, something so complex, again, there's nobody that does it as well as you. And I think, for that community, you've done a great service for everyone. You're helping us out as well, having that education, and with the changes that are going to be happening, there'll be a bit of a different education, but the base of it and how it works is very similar. And that information that you've provided, we're going to start getting into it, and have you come in and talk to us, especially about how the system will work, but also on how to maximize on going out there and speaking to folks and explaining it to them. But you can't do that if you don't understand it first. So, man, thank you for coming in. We're so happy to see you here, bro.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I can't wait till everything's and phase 2 is running, and then yeah, I'll try my best to put together like the best tutorial video that you have, and really go with that. I mean, it's just crazy. Like even recently, I made a video about a project. Literally just last night, I finished it, posted it. It's called EMP Money, and I had a comment on the YouTube, and they're like, "Dude, I've been watching videos on this for months, and that was literally the best freaking breakdown I've ever heard."
It
Yes.
is, man. You're
Go.
right.
Let's
It's
There's not many people out
scary how
there
they-
that can break something down and explain it so that you can understand it like SK can.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
folks out there that
My,
does
my
it like
good
him.
friend Chris here. Yeah, I've been working with him at H&W for, gosh, like half a year now. He's a really good friend, and I've connected with him. And yeah, no, Chris, thank you for the kind words.
No problem, bud. They're well deserved. Well deserved.
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely. And Brad, are you still here? Let me scroll down. Yeah, he's here. SK has over 10,000 people under him over at Drip, to give you an idea of how much this guy has grown, and how much we value his input, his advice, and pretty much anything he says is something very constructive to our project. So it's a great example of someone that's put the work in and hasn't just woken up overnight and had that great success. This is not a get rich scheme. You have to have the patience to compound, to wait for your investment to grow, and you can speed it up by bringing others to the investment as well, getting those deposit rewards to grow your bag. It's absolutely something that's there for the taking, and the fact that you in a couple of days have gone out to these people's homes and driven over there and sat with them. I hope that other people here tonight are inspired by that, and have seen the value of going out to your network, to people and friends, and growing your network. So we got Chester here. What's up, buddy? The doctor as well from Germany. Dr.
Jester is a legend, an absolute legend.
He absolutely is. He's not much of a talker here, but he's definitely someone that we love and appreciate, and working very hard with the team day in, day out. Nice to see you here, Jester, buddy. So, man, great.
Made it very clear to all of my investors that this is not a get rich quick scheme. This is a long-term, 8-month plus long-term investment. So that's sort of how I'm going about it. And yeah, as long as you explain everything to people and you're transparent and you give them the right information, then I just can't see why anybody wouldn't want to join. Obviously, not everybody is financially, excuse me, in a position to do longer compounds, and that's fine. I made it very clear to everyone, if you need to take a weekly wage from this, the team promote that. They promote you to do a 6-and-1. But yeah, for sure, I've made it very clear to everybody that I have got involved that this is a long-term project. Well, I've been telling them all 8 months plus. So that's how I've personally been going about it, because I'm trying to create longevity in the project, not just obviously for myself, but for everybody, all you guys, everybody that I don't know, because we're all in this together. So let's go.
1000%. And the 6-to-1 thing too, you got to realize, when did this start officially? Like Thursday night last week or Friday. It's going to be interesting to see what happens this coming Thursday and Friday, right? You might see a little bit of a dip on that balance as people practice the true 6-to-1. And you have to remember, when that contract value drops, that's actually, you should think of that as a good buying opportunity too. Like right now, if you put in I don't know, 1,000 Crow, let's just say you get 1,000 Aeon right now today. But when that balance drops, potentially a little bit this coming week, your 1,000 Crow isn't going to get you 1,000 Aeon. It might actually get you something like, 2,500 Aeon. So, all things to consider. It's a long-term project for sure. Anticipate the days, especially the start date. But yeah, if you see that balance go down, scoop it up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I just said, hell
Hi.
yeah.
Is it working now?
Yeah, I can hear you, Doctor.
Ah,
What's
yes,
up, buddy?
I didn't have a keyboard. I'm building one, but I messed it up and I killed like half of the switches. Like
Oh man.
70 switches, all manually looped, and then misaligned and bent the contacts, and now I have to get half of them out. It's
Yeah, you've shown me those keyboards.
I'm doing one for you. I will send it, but it takes longer now because I need like more switches.
Well, I'll probably be popping over there to visit you in Germany really quick. Guys, this is Dr. Marcel from Germany. He's an engineer and someone I met actually trading, leverage trading crypto. And we've grown to have a good relationship. He's actually been here to my villa. I think he even stayed here last year while traveling with my wife, and he came here and relaxed alone and chilled. And he came back a couple months ago and spent some time with me as well. So great to have you here, man. He's somebody I sent the video to, SK. To get familiarized, because he's a personal friend, but I'm putting the work of really the community and the project as first priority. So I haven't been able to really even sit and talk with him much, as most of our efforts going over here. But he was at the Cobra's AMA, and I'm very happy to see you here, Doctor.
You're a machine, like for hours now, doing AMAs back to back, and the Cobra stream that now here, and then giving me some lessons before that. And what's up next?
Yeah.
You go to sleep today or maybe tomorrow?
Man, a lot of Monster energy drinks, bro. A lot of it. And yeah, yesterday was brutal. We were getting all of our syndicate founders in line with the seed investment coming from the token. And getting everyone in line also with the claims coming up. A lot of them came in really early, so we're encouraging them to just sit back and let the rest of the community take their 6-1 and have their beautiful payday and be excited, so that they can see, as SK was saying, how this really works. Because the point of passive income is paying yourself. We want every single one of you to get comfortable and understand that with a 1 day a week payday, you are, at the most optimized level, staying as close as you can to the 8% without, really losing too much ground, and you're recuperating your initial investment. We want all of you guys to do that and continue to grow. Some people have come, and a lot of different teams are forming, and they're, wanting to hold till later, and they're going to take advantage of staying in the pool and having that compound day go in their favor when others are claiming. And look, we encourage all of you to try to maximize yourselves as much as possible. If you don't need to take that initial payday and you want to go longer, some guys are coming in, which I've talked to, that are coming to buy the floor from those that are taking their 6-1, because they understand that when the LTV is lower, there's more Aeon available, more power to your investment. So different people have different strategies, but we want people to learn how to relax, how to go walk the dog, how to enjoy your life while you're letting the investment work for you, not sitting behind a chart and not stressing. And Dr. Marcel, I think you, as a fellow degenerate high leverage trader, are going to find some comfort. He's been waiting for us to launch this for quite some time. He knows about pretty much all the projects and things that I've got coming for this year. So I'm glad to see you getting involved, bro. And I will spend some time with you shortly, and it might come visit for like a day or two, shortly as soon as we get everything launched here and everything's running smooth. Do you have any questions, Doctor, while we're here?
I'm still processing everything. I've heard a lot today.
Yeah.
I really like the project, and I like the way that you explained it, and the AMA, like, it's still on a high level, but like and in a social way, very good. Like giving. I think everybody felt like, oh yeah, that's it. We will all get rich with doing nothing.
Well, those words didn't come out of my mouth, but I think the whole narrative is it's obviously pointed to all of us having that great growth, man. And look, I'm learning from the best. I'm learning from SK, so hopefully I'll only get better and spend more time with him. And have each of you also spend more time with him and learn. He's really, I think, the best to have as a mentor and advisor, and someone that walks the talk and really has empathy to help a lot of people. I've had so many great comments of folks that have told me how much time he's actually spent with them, and having the patience sometimes to explain the same thing over and over is a really great quality. So we're going to get everybody there, man. So far, people have bought into the 621. People are helping each other here in the chat. Fortune has been doing a great job. So we feel comfortable that if anyone who's even heard about this comes on over, they're going to get their answers. They're going to have the great explanations on how to maximize their strategy and get the best out of the investment as they wish. So guys, we're in a really incredible position. And I think we're going to go ahead and stop the recording, Mr. Pumpty Dumpty, for tonight. Thank every one of you for showing. We're going to stay here and hang out a bit. But for the recording, when we keep it too long, we'll go ahead and end it for tonight.